and welcome to another episode of our Facebook Live hair tutorials. So I'm Sam with the Bobbi Pin, and this is my niece Kenley. I will be doing Kenley's hair today to go over some back to school hairstyles. So in honor of Spring Grove starting school this past Wednesday, we're going to show you how to do some easy hairstyles on your kids at home in the morning. Hopefully none of these styles will take you more than 15-20 minutes max. I'm going to try to cover a good bit of them, so I'm not going to go like super into detail with them. I'm going to try to just make it as easy for you as possible to do them. I just don't want to keep you guys here all day long because I'm sure you don't have, 5 hours to sit here and watch this. So the first thing I just want to start off with today is I want to first say thank you for tuning in. If you haven't watched any of these yet, all we're doing is we're showing you some simple how-to hairstyles at home. So if you want to, you can go on our Facebook page and check out some of the other ones that we have posted. You can also click the follow button on our Facebook page and follow us and like us on Facebook. If you follow us, you will get notified every time we are live. If you see my cart moving, that's just Morgan. She's playing down here. So anyway, you can follow us on Facebook and catch us live. You will get a notification then when we go live. That way you don't have to sit there and keep checking for when we do go live. So one of the first things I wanted to say then too was if you comment on this post, shared, and you share this post, and so you have to share the post and comment shared, you get entered into a drawing to win a year's supply of free shampoo. So just share the post and comment shared and you can win a free shampoo for a year. We are also going to, we're planning a Facebook Live flash sale. So for the flash sale, we will be having our products on a huge clearance sale. And if you are interested in that, please just let us know. Comment below what products you would like to see a part of the sale. And we would love to get that set up. We're hoping to do it within another month or two here. So just comment any products you would love to see on sale. So we're also hiring right now. So the Bobbi Pin is growing like crazy and we are so excited about it. We've been getting so many new customers in, but we are really in need of some more stylists. So if you know anybody, if you have any friends that are hairstylists, anyone that might be unhappy in their jobs, or anyone that is just looking and hasn't done it for a while, we are hiring. Let them know. If you are a stylist and watching, please feel free to stop by the salon and check us out, and we would gladly get you checked out for the day today. And you can check out the salon and see if it's a good fit for you. We are going to start with, to start off with how to do kids' hair for back to school. Obviously, one of the #1 problems with kids' hair is how to brush their hair without them getting upset, right, Kenley? She does not like it when her mommy brushes her hair. She complains because it pulls too much. So I want to show you guys how to get through their hair pretty simply. So you can always try to get like a good leave-in conditioner, anything that's going to help to comb out through their hair. This is called One United. It has 25 different benefits to it, but one of them is like a leave-in conditioner. So if there's a tricky spot or your kid's hair gets really naughty, you can just spray a little bit of One United in. I don't think Kenley's hair is going to be that bad to start off with. If I need to spray it in, I can. So if you get to a knot, when you're combing, you want to start at the bottom and work your way up to the top. So if you get to a knot, don't just rip through the knot, because then your kid's going to start yelling and screaming that, you're ripping through their hair. So when you get to a knot, we'll see if Kenley has any. I don't know. She might not. So when you find one, though, you want to stop, and then you want to hold above the knot and comb down and go up. So she actually took pretty good care of her hair. I'm really shocked right now. There's like no knots in it. But you wanna, so if your child has some knots, just hold above, and you can put a good bit of pressure on, that way you're not tearing through their hair, and you just comb through it. So I'm brushing through all of her hair here before we get started. And then I like to come up underneath of their hair and brush out. And this is Kenley's least favorite part, and you want to know why. because this has the most knots in it usually. She hates when you brush underneath of her hair. Can you give me a booster seat? So we're just brushing all of her knots out, got them all cleared out and ready to go. So we're gonna start with some really easy styles, like a simple ponytail. So for a ponytail, all I have to do is I'm gonna start with this section here in the middle. I asked Olivia to bring me a booster seat, and she was making sure she looked good before she came into the live. It made me laugh. Thank you, Olivia. All right. So for a ponytail, all I am going to do is pull her hair back. I'm going to take the brush it back in the front here, hold it, and then keep doing that, just adding hair to it each time. Brushing the hair back and adding hair to it. I'll show you the back here too. Now obviously if you're a woman and you're watching this, most of us know how to pull our hair back into a ponytail. However, some of you will have, you know, men in your lives that do your child's hair and they don't know much about ponytails. So you might think, I already know how to do all of this, but you know, if dad's doing hair, they don't know how to pull hair into a ponytail. We take ponytail putting up for granted. So I just keep doing this when I'm working a ponytail. I just brush and add a clump. Like I can only imagine what Shane's gonna be doing to Morgan when she gets big and he has to put her hair up. My husband has very, very short hair, for those of you who don't know him. It is like 1/4 of an inch long on top. It is short. He has never once had hair long enough to put into a ponytail. I can only imagine what that would look like. Poor Morgan. So then I'm just gonna come through, after I have all of her hair up here, I'm gonna come through with the brush and really smooth it out. Get rid of some of those bumps. Then I am just going to take my ponytail holder. I am going to wrap it around, twist. So I twist it and wrap it back. And if you can get it around again, get it around until you can't get it around anymore. So that's easy, right? So for dad and hair challenge moms who can't get a ponytail in, that's all you have to do. Then I'm gonna show you guys how to do an easy bun. So for a bun, I'm gonna do the exact same thing that we did for the ponytail. I pulled it back. So then I pull it up. I twist, I come back through, I twist again. Now this time I'm just not gonna pull it through the whole way. See how I'm doing that there? I'm just leaving a little bit tucked in. There's your bun. Now Kenley's hair has a lot of layers in, so that's why it's like sticking straight up here. But for girls that have longer hair, it's just gonna kind of wrap all down and look really nice there. But she's got these short layers, so for girls with longer hair, it's gonna look like that. Minus all the little sticky out pieces. So buns and ponytails are pretty simple, pretty easy. They're not too challenging, not too difficult to do. And the last really easy style I'm gonna show you is just a simple 3-strand braid. So this is not like a French braid or a Dutch braid. This is just a simple, you take the hair and you hold it in one side, you section it into 3 sections like this. Can you see around my arms? So there's 3 sections. I'm going to take one of the sides and the middle section. I'm gonna loop the side over and pull it tight. Then I'm gonna take the next side, loop it over, pull it tight. And then you just keep doing that. I'm trying to get my arms moved around here so you can see. So you just keep looping until you got it nice and tight there. And then you take your ponytail and you do the same thing. You twist it and secure it. So there's a simple, easy braid. Now we're gonna get into a little bit more of the challenging hairstyles, step it up a notch. So that was for, you know, all you beginner hairstyles that you don't know a whole lot about, and that's all you had to do for that. Let's get into a little bit harder. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of this thing called a topsy tail, But when I was a kid, it was really popular. My parents bought my sister and I one, and I absolutely loved it. But you can do the same style for a topsy tail without having the tool for it. So a topsy tail has like this big loop on it and then a stick on the end, and it's how you can like twist your ponytail to make it look really intricate and really cool, but it's so easy to do. So all I'm gonna do is, Kenley's hair is parted here on the side. I'm gonna leave it parted, and then I'm just gonna take the brush here and brush everything back into a low ponytail. So I'm pulling all of this back into a low pony. Then I'm actually gonna take an elastic, so one of the little rubber bands, and I'm gonna put one of those in. So the reason I'm choosing this is because we're gonna kind of pull and tug at the hair a little bit. So these little rubber bands here stick a heck of a lot better in the hair than these, ponytail holders that I have on my wrist. So this little rubber band is gonna hold Kenley's hair a lot better. So I'm taking the rubber band and I'm twisting it around the exact same way that we did just the regular ponytail. I'm just putting in a regular ponytail here. And I'm making it as tight as possible for her. So I've got my nice little low pony on Kenley. And to make it a topsy tail pony, it's pretty crazy. You just come in, stick your finger up underneath. You might have to work with it a little bit depending on how much hair your kid has. So Kenley's got a lot of hair, so that's why it's taken a while. So I have my finger stuck up underneath here. I am just going to take my thumb. So I've got my pointer and my thumb here. I'm going to take the end of her ponytail and I'm going to pinch it with my fingers. So you can see I have that looped, and then I'm just gonna pull it in and tighten. And this is what the topsy tail did. My parents paid money for a topsy tail and they could have just done it like that. Pretty crazy, right? It's so easy to do. So that's all you gotta do. You pull it into a regular ponytail, you stick your finger up through, and you pinch with your finger and your thumb, you pinch the tail and you just pull it down through. And then I always grab this part in two and tighten. So that's how you make a topsy tail. And it looks like you actually tried. Look, she wants to see what it looks like. She's curious. You want to see, Kenley? We'll show our client what the back looks like. Can you see it? I'll show her some other time. So the topsy tail makes it look cute, and it's a simple, easy style to get their hair back, and it looks like you actually spent a whole lot of time on it. So the next style I would say is about doing pigtails. So pigtails are really easy. They're a simple way to style the hair, and all you have to do is do the same thing that you do for a ponytail. Now, if you're struggling to get your pigtails sectioned properly, you want to take a rat tail comb. So it has a regular comb and then just this little tip on it. You start in the middle, you press right up against their scalp, and you take it the whole way back. So I'm going to put all of this off to the side here. Now you can either rubber band it over here, or if you have a clip, you can clip it so that it's out of the way. Then you can take the other side here and do the same exact thing you did with the brush. You just comb it nice and smooth so it looks even everywhere. And then I'm just going to put an elastic in it, just like we did with the ponytail. And pull. So really the biggest difference is, the sectioning and how to separate the two sides so that way you don't get it uneven. And then I do the same thing. I comb it all over until it's nice and smooth. Then the biggest thing you want to do is look in the mirror before you put this one in. Make sure your kid's head is nice and straight, and make sure that you are holding the pigtails at the same side. So that way when you put one in, it's not like this or like this. Make sure you look in the mirror first and see that they're about at the same place on the kid's head before you elastic it. That way it doesn't look lopsided. So it's pretty easy and simple. Pigtails, crazy, right? All right, so then the next one we're gonna do is how to do some braids, the French braid. I believe that's, oh no, I'm gonna go over braided pigtails. So the braided pigtails are really simple. They're also another easy style technique. So all you have to do is you're gonna part your hair again right down the middle, like you did for the regular pigtails. I'm going to put this one up and I'm gonna clip it out of my way so I don't have to deal with it. Then I'm gonna take my comb again and I'm gonna section right above her ear here all of this. So I'm just gonna take all of this and I'm gonna work with just this part right now. So all of this in the back, I'm gonna clip off to the side again. I'm gonna clip that out of the way. So that's done and out of my way. I'm gonna take all of this here. I'm gonna smooth it out with the comb. And then I'm gonna put a simple 3-strand braid in. So all I have to do is take this whole section here. I take my 2 fingers, I stick it in the middle, and that gives me 1, 2, 3 sections. So actually, you know what, I'm gonna make this even easier. I'm going to rubber band this. So we're gonna take this and put a rubber band in it, just like a regular ponytail. Then I'm going to part it into 3s. And then just do a regular 3-strand braid. So you take the middle, you take the 3 sections that you have, you take the end, put it over the middle. Take the middle and bring it over. Take the end over the middle, end over the middle, end over the middle. And that's all you do this entire time. You just loop the end over the middle. So side over the middle, side over the middle. It's pretty easy to braid with just 3 strands. So then I'm going to take another elastic and I'm going to elastic at the bottom of this braid here. Okay. Then I'm going to take this side and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take this section the whole way down. Make sure I have a nice clean section here so it looks nice and pretty. And clip this back section up. So I have both of these 2 back sections clipped up here. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing with this front section that I did on the other side. I'm going to pull it back. And I'm going to take an elastic and I'm going to rubber band it. So what are some of your guys' hair struggles with your kids? Do you struggle with anything in particular with them that you have a hard time getting them to do or, you know, sit still for you? Just comment below and let me know what your struggles are. So here I'm going to do the same thing. I'm sectioning it into 3. I'm looping over the middle, so it's side over middle the whole way back. So I'm just doing another easy 3-strand braid here. And then I'm going to put an elastic in at the end of this one. All right, so then all I am going to do is let down the 2 back sections that I have. I am going to take 1 back section, hold it just like I'm holding a regular ponytail, take this braid and bring it over to this back section. So I'm crisscrossing it. Kenley, can you tilt your head back? So you can see I'm taking the braid from this side and the back of this side and I am just crisscrossing them over each other. And then I'm going to take a rubber band. A little more. put them together. Then I'm gonna take this section and bring it over here. Morgan doesn't like this hairstyle apparently. Or maybe she just is saying hello to all of you, I'm not sure. So then I am just doing the same thing, rubber banding this section together. And then there you have it. It's a pretty easy, simple hairstyle. Do you want to tilt your head down? And you can see she's got one braid coming over and another braid coming over. So it's like a crisscross braid pony pigtails. You can put your head back up, Kenley. So what do I have next that I was going to do for you? Oh, there is just an easy peasy elastic style that you can do. So if you want to get your kids' bangs out of the way, all you have to do is take the elastics and stick them in the bang area to get the bangs out. Not pulling too hard, am I, Kenley? So if you need an easy way to get these elastics out of the hair, all you have to do is cut them. You just take the tip of a pair of scissors and just cut it out. If your kids are complaining that it hurts to get them out, just cut them out. I'm just trying not to go through a ton of elastics, so that's why I'm taking them out of Kenley's hair like this. I hold on to them pretty good so I don't pull at her too hard. So I'm just gonna take all of Kenley's bangs here. Now Kenley wears her hair part here. Her hair comes a little bit more on this side than the other side. So I'm gonna take just a little further past her part and all of this section here. And I'm just taking a little section. It doesn't have to be fancy or perfectly parted. And I'm gonna hold it down and then just put an elastic in just like I would a regular ponytail. And it just gets her bangs out of her face. I think this is how she used to wear her hair when she was little, I think. Right? She always had her bangs back with an elastic or a barrette, something to hold her bangs back. Okay, so some of my last hairstyles, which are a little bit more difficult, I'm going to show you how to do a French braid. So French braids, if your kid's hair is freshly clean and it's really soft and smooth, they're a little challenging to do. So I'm going to take a little bit of, this is actually an anti-frizz serum. It's anything that's like a little bit of a cream is going to be really good for your kids' hair, just to help give you some control over it. So I put a little bit in. I actually didn't even need as much as I put in. And I'm just going to work that through Kenley's hair here, just to give me a little bit more grip and control of her hair, so it's not just flopping everywhere and making it difficult for me to hold and actually braid it back. So you don't have to be very precise when you're putting this in, just kind of put it in everywhere, work it through. Then I'm going to take my tail comb. Now for Kenley, well not for Kenley, but for kids in general, I like to do, if they don't mind, I do a zigzag part. So you can actually pick your head up a little bit. There you go, perfect. So I come in here at the front and I take my comb and I just go back and forth like that the whole way down the middle of her head. So you can do big sections, you can do little sections of the zigzag part, but it just kind of gives it like this cute look to it. If you don't want to do a zigzag part, you absolutely don't have to. You can do just a regular, you know, straight part from the front to the back. It is all up to you. I'm just going to do a zigzag part just to show you what it looks like. If you can still do the exact same style with just a regular part. So I'm going to pin all of this back here. And then I'm going to take this whole section. So for a French braid, it is a 3-strand braid. You're just adding hair to it. So I'm taking my tail comb and I'm picking up a little bit here in the front. So I have this little tiny piece here in the front. I am going to split it into 3 sections. And then I am just going to come in. I take the furthest section and I bring it over the middle. I take the next section and I bring it over the middle. And that's all you do the whole time. You just pick up another piece, add it to the section, and bring it over the middle. Pick up another piece, add it to that section, over the middle. So that is all I have to do this entire time. I lay my piece down, I pick up another piece, and I bring both of those over the middle piece. So I'm just laying them over the middle and continuing the whole way back. So I lay that section down, I pick up, and I bring it over the middle here. Don't get discouraged if this is difficult for you to do at first. Just take your time. It's really not a big deal because I know plenty of hairstylists that still struggle with French braiding. There are tons and tons and tons of tutorials on YouTube that you can watch about how to braid. And if you would like to learn how to French braid, we can absolutely do a more in-depth tutorial of how to French braid. Just let us know, comment below if you want to see how to French braid, and we will make a video on how to French braid and really go into detail. This is just for the people that maybe need a little bit of a refresher, or anyone that already knows how to braid. It just gives them a little bit more. So then I'm just going to put an elastic in here. And there's one side. So then the other side I'm going to do the exact same thing. I just let it down. I take my tail comb. I pick up the top here. I section it into 3. And then I bring one over the middle. And the next one over the middle. Take the side over the middle. Add some hair to it each time. Once you get the hang of it, French braids are really easy to do, and you can get really, really quick at them. It doesn't take me long to do French braids at all, but I have been doing them since I was a teenager, so, well, probably even before that. My sister used to come into my room and always make me French braid her hair. She'd wake me up at like 5 in the morning to French braid her hair. Thank you, Jessica. That was so nice of you. I was so excited to braid your hair at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I would go back to sleep. So braiding is really simple to do. All I'm going to do here is put her hair into 2 French braids just to show you what it's like, and then I'm going to show you a simple way to do a really cute hairstyle with some French braids. Nothing too crazy. It's pretty easy once you get the braids in. So as you can see with the zigzag part, it kind of gives it a little something different than just a regular braid. It sets it apart just a little bit. So I'm just braiding the whole way down here. And then I'm going to take an elastic and put an elastic in. So that's it for the braids. Like, that's pretty easy. And you can see that, like, she's got the zigzag part the whole way down, so it makes it super easy and cute. So then for an easy way to make this even like more advanced is you can hold both of the ends of the braid together in one hand. You can take your elastics out, and then I hold it just like a ponytail. I work out that kind of loose a little bit, get rid of the braid that I have in there. And then I'm going to elastic it together so that I combine both of them into one. And you can leave it like this then if you want, or I like to do like a messy bun with it. So I like to take another elastic in. And now if your kid has a little bit more hair, obviously it's going to have like you're going to have a bigger bun to it. But you just put, you don't pull it through, you just make the bun really messy with it. And I think it's a cute style. I do it a lot on myself, but it gives you like this really cute messy bun look with it. So that's pretty simple, straightforward. You just do a regular French braid, 2 French braids down into a messy bun. Nothing too crazy. I think I'm almost done here. I'm only going to show you just one elastic hairstyle that you can do. I did this on Kenley a couple years ago when she was little. I don't know if she'll remember it or not. But you're going to need one of these combs, and you're going to need a whole bunch of little rubber bands. So I got my comb here. I'm going to part right in the middle, and then I'm going to take one section here. So tilt your head down, Kenley. Whoops, too far. So I'm taking just this one section here. I don't have a huge section. You kind of make it look like a square. And I'm going to rubber band this. So I rubber band this one section. So this kind of makes it, when you're all said and done, it makes it look like a net. So I'm going to take another section here, just like the first one, and I'm just going to rubber band this one. So then I have two so far. I'm going to do another one. And don't be afraid to put clips in the hair. I feel like a lot of time people struggle with hairstyles because they're scared to put clips in and they don't want to section it. And like if you've got all this hair falling in your way, it's going to be really, really difficult to do the hair. You don't want to, take forever to do a style when you keep trying to move all this hair out of your way. That's a pain. So I'm just putting in 4 right across her front here. And I'll show you in a second what it looks like. Okay, so we put in 4 right in Kenley's top here. So we just did 4 little sections. She's checking it out so she can see what it looks like too. So then the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to take half of this side and half of this ponytail. And I'm going to put them together, and then tilt your head down just a little bit, Kenley. I'm going to take another section behind this here, just like we did the first ones. And I'm going to rubber band that. And then I'm going to take the second half of this one, and half of this one, and another little section here. And I just make the sections with my fingers. You can make them with a comb and make them really neat and spaced out, but I don't personally want to take that amount of time to do it, and I'm sure you don't really want to take that amount of time in the morning because your kid's going to be screaming and yelling that they want to get out the door, or they want to get their hair done. They don't want to sit here any longer. So then you just rubber band this one. Then you can start a whole new section and rubber band this one, the other half of this ponytail, with a new section. So I have all of those started. I'm going to take half of this one and combine it with the other half of this one, and then add a little section to it. And then I'm going to elastic this one. So you're pretty much just doing this as far back as you want to do it. I like to do it just, 2 or 3 rows back, just to get the hair out of their face. And also, you're not going to be able to keep a kid entertained to sit here for 5 or 6 rows of this. So I'm going to do I think I'm going to do one more row just to show you what it looks like, and then we'll stop. So then you take one, split it in half, take the one next to it, split it in half, and then you tilt your head down again, Kenley. you take another section behind the hair of just the loose hair in the back here, and you do the same thing. You rubber band that. So you can stop right where we just were with only 2 rows. That is completely up to you. It is all personal preference. I'm going to take this one, break it in half, add some behind it here, and elastic it. And then I pull my elastics tight at the end of it. And then I'm just going to take this end one and put it on its own section of hair and elastic it just so it doesn't stick up and out of the way for Kenley. And then just come back over to the top here. Take this one. I'm going to take this ponytail, split it in half, and take a section here. Add some hair to it in the back and elastic it. Tighten. Then I take this last ponytail. I only have 2 more sections and then we'll be done with this style. So I take those 2 ponytails, I take half of those 2 ponytails, and then I add a section in the back. Bless you, Kenley. And I elastic that. So this is only 3 rows of this that I did. And like I said, I was not very neat with my partings, and I think it still looks good. Like, this isn't one of those styles that you have to have exactly split partings with and have it exactly, you know, squared off in every direction. It can really be however you want to do it, and I think it's still gonna look good. So this is the whole thing. I'll bring you closer then too. Tilt your head down, Kenley. So I did 3 rows. I started with just 4 rubber bands. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I split each of these hair ties in half, and I added a section of hair, and then I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I did that again. I split the band in half and I added a section. So it just kind of gives like this really cute netted style to the hair. And then I would just leave it down like that, or you can even pull it back into a ponytail or whatever you want to do. You can, you know, pull all of this back, put it into a ponytail so she's got this cute style up top and then the ponytail in the back. You can do pigtails. You can do whatever you would like with it, but it's pretty simple and straightforward. So to finish this off, all you have to do is, any of these styles, you could put a little bit of hairspray in just to, you know, hold it in place because kids are kind of rough with it. Kenley, do you want yours in a ponytail or do you want it down? She wants it down. So I'm just going to put a little bit of spray in here just to keep these in place, and then I'm going to leave it down for her, and that's all she has to do for it. So then she's going to, you know, walk around like this for the rest of the day if she wants. So just to finish up, I just want to say thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope I didn't go too quickly. If you would like to see any of these styles again, just let us know. Comment below what you would like to see, and we can gladly adjust for you. If you want to see any more tutorials about the kids styles, let us know what you want to see. If you want to have anything in particular that you want to learn about how to do to your hair, just comment below and let us know. Don't forget, you can share this video and then comment shared below, and we will enter you in to win a drawing to win shampoo for a year. So you can win free shampoo for a year just by sharing the video and commenting shared. And make sure you follow us on Facebook. That way you can get notified when we are live. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us, and have a great weekend. Bye.